Hello students. In the first lecture, we have seen structure of flower and microsporogenesis. It is very important in sexual reproduction that gamete formation takes place and that results in variation, because essentially in gamete formation, meiotic division is involved, whereby gametes are produced. Today, we'll be talking about megasporogenesis, how female gametophyte is formed. So we are all aware that flower can be bisexual or unisexual. The female organ happens to be the pistil. So the role of pistil is called as gynoecium, as you can see here out. As you can see here, female reproductive part of the flower, the gynoecium, it can be monocarpellary. What does it mean? There can be single carpel, as in case of coconut or in case of mango, or it can be multicarpellary. Well, if it is multicarpellary, then two things can happen. Either the carpels are free or they are fused. As you can see here out in diagram number A, what is the case? The carpels are free. So what do we call it? We call it apocarpus, right? The term uses apocarpus. You can see here out. But you can count the number of carpels here out. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So it's pentacarpellary. And you will wonder, you have seen it very often. Yes, you are right. It is that of hibiscus. If the carpels are fused, it is called as syncarpus. So for the two conditions, whether apocarpus or syncarpus, you need to have multicarpellary gynoecium, right? The second case is that of Papaver somniferum. Papaver or poppy plant, it is multicarpellary, but syncarpus, since the carpels are fused. Third example is there with you. It is that of Michelia. It is multicarpellary and the carpels are free. That's why it is called as apocarpus, right? And as we know, when we talk about the carpels, it has got three parts: stigma, the landing portion, the long tubular style, and the ovary, which contains ovules, right? The placenta is located inside the ovarian cavity. Megasporangia or ovule arises from the placenta. The number of ovule in the ovary may vary. It can be one, as in case of wheat, paddy, mango, or it can be many, as in case of papaya, watermelon, orchids. If you have a look at the megasporangium, grossly in your class 10th, you have read about this. The pistil, it has got three parts. Stigma, this part is stigma, which is the landing platform for the pollen, the narrow tubular part called as style, and then the elongated extended base called as ovary, which contains ovule. So technically you should know certain bit of things. Funicle, what do we call a funicle? The stalk of ovule that connects ovule to the placenta. Ovule is connected to the placenta using a stalk. Here you can see this stalk. This stalk is called as funicle. इसे हम funicle कहते हैं. Hilum. Hilum is that point where funicle collects the main body of the ovule. जहां से ovule का main body शुरू होता है. आप ये देख लीजिए, बहुत ध्यान से देखिए. Right? This part is called as hilum. फिर आप देखेंगे ये जो फीमेल गैमेटोफाइट है, तो स्पोर सैक है, इसके दोनों तरफ आपको कुछ इंटेग्यूमेंट्स दिखाएंगे, इनफोल्डिंग्स दिखाई देंगे, राइट? दे आर टू आउटर इंटेग्यूमेंट एंड इनर इंटेग्यूमेंट. ठीक है, ये इंटेग्यूमेंट्स आप सीड में देखेंगे तो सीड कोट बनाने का काम करेंगी, राइट? यू विल आल्सो फाइंड द न्यूसेलस, द मास ऑफ न्यूट्रिटिव सेल्स अराउंड द female gametophyte. We'll read about these nuclear cell as well. What special role do they play? Basically, they provide nutrition to the developing embryo. Then there is a chalaja. Chalaja is the swollen part of ovule opposite to the entry portion. The entry portion is micropyle. It is the micropyle. यहाँ से देखिए micropyle guarded by integuments a bit, and opposite portion is chalaja. And in the center, it is the embryo sac, which is located, which has been enlarged and shown to you. Embryo sac को अगर आप ध्यान से देखेंगे, you'll find it has got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6, and this central cell, 7 cell. But if you count the nucleus, there are 8 nucleus. So it is a 7-celled or 8-nucleated representative, which is called as embryo sac. So how this embryo sac is being formed, right? Ovule is also called as megasporangium, right? An ovule generally has a single embryo sac formed from a megaspore through reduction division, as we have been talking about. Reduction division means meiosis, which leads to variation. So we have already discussed the gynoecium represents the female reproductive part, and you have already seen the different components involved here out. What are the things? We have got dissected hibiscus showing a pentacarpellary, but this is apocarpus or syncarpus? Apocarpus. If it is fused, it will be syncarpus, as in case of poppy plant. Poppy plant, you must have eaten. In Bengali family, postu is very, very common. So this postu dana comes from poppy. It is also source of opium. In chapter number 8, you will read Papaver somniferum is source of opium, right? And in medicine industry, opium produces analgesic, the painkillers. This is the Michelia. So it is also multicarpellary, but it is apocarpus, right? It is not syncarpus. And this ovule is a representative, a special type of ovule that we call as anatropous, because the funicle is present here out, hilum, and you find a turn of like this. So funicle and micropyle, they are very close to each other in close approximation. We call it as anatropous ovule. So now we read about megasporogenesis. हमने देखा मैक्रोस्पोरोजेनेसिस कैसे होता है. मेगास्पोरोजेनेसिस में क्या होगा? ओव्यूल एक स्मॉल आउटग्रोथ, प्लेसेंटल जो टिश्यू है वहां से एक स्मॉल आउटग्रोथ के रूप में डेवलप होगा. आफ्टरवर्ड्स देयर इज अ प्राइमरी सेल जिसको हम आर्किस्पोरियल सेल कहते हैं. वो हाइपोडर्मिस में नीचे के रीजन में डेवलप हो जाएगा, राइट? जहां न्यूक्लियस है वहां पे. और उसके बाद आर्किस्पोरियल सेल डिवाइड करके बाहर की ओर प्राइमरी पैराइटल वॉल बनाएंगी और अंदर की ओर प्राइमरी स्पोरोजेनस सेल्स. ये स्पोरोजेनस सेल्स बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट है. आप देखेंगे स्पोरोजेनस सेल्स, जो प्राइमरी स्पोरोजेनस सेल्स है वो बन जाएंगी मेगास्पोर मदर सेल या मेगास्पोरोसाइट. वेरी वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट. जैसे आपने देखा माइक्रोस्पोर मदर सेल, वैसे ही यहाँ देखेंगे वी हैव गॉट मेगास्पोर मदर सेल. These megaspore mother cells start division. And how do they divide? Well, you know they will undergo meiosis. Meiosis is a reduction division. So megaspore mother cell undergoes meiosis and it forms a linear tetrad of 4 haploid megaspore. As you can see in this diagram here out, see megaspore mother cell, meiosis 1, meiosis 2. So there are 4 haploid megaspores. But there's an interesting thing here out. Generally, in most of the plants, how does it happen? Out of this 4, the 3 megaspore degenerate and 1 survives. It enlarges and the nucleus inside divides thrice mitotically, right? 3 times mitosis takes place. As a result, there is an 8 nucleated stage being formed. Out of this, then after cytokinesis is followed, at the chalazial end, you will find there are 3 cells called as antipodal cells. They are called as antipodal cells in the chalazial end. At the micropylar end, you will have 2 cells as synergids, and one cell is the ovum, right? The female gamete. And the central cell has got two nucleus. It is called as polar nucleus, right? So this is very, very important for you to understand how the arrangement takes place. Because when we read fertilization, we'll be discussing, referring back to these events. What have we discussed? See, in the nucellus cell, there is a megaspore mother cell. These megaspore mother cells, it forms dyad. It also forms tetrad, right? So as a result of meiosis, there are 4 cells being formed. But out of these 4, 3 degenerates. Generally, that's what I'm talking about. Generally, 3 degenerates. And which is remain? Only 1 remains. And that 1 megaspore enlarges. And then as a result of mitosis, it gives rise to the embryo sac, megagametophyte, where there are 8 nucleus. 8 nucleus or 7 cell. We call it, so such type of development is called as monosporic. Monosporic development. There can be other modes, but for the sake of our chapter, we'll read about monosporic. So what is called as monosporic? Where out of 4 megaspore formed as a result of meiosis, 3 degenerates and 1 remains, grows, divides mitotically to form embryo sac. Such development is called as monosporic. Very important, generally asked in examination, and you should have this clear-cut understanding how this monosporic development takes place. So if we can summarize what has happened in the nucellus of the functional megaspore, then it divides mitotically, which is free nuclear to form 2 nucleated embryo sac. Then again, we have got a 4 nucleated embryo sac. And at last, as you can see in the diagram behind me, it forms 8 nucleated embryo sac. And this 8 nucleated embryo sac, cell wall are laid down, leading to organization of a typical female gametophyte. We'll see in the next diagram what does it represents. See here out. There are 2 ends. For the sake of understanding, it has been labeled here, micropylar end and chalazal end. At the chalazal end, you will find antipodals. There are 3 antipodals. Their fate is unknown. In case of micropylar end, you will find there are 2 synergid cells and the 1 egg cell is there. And in the center, there are 2 central cell or polar nuclei, right? These polar nuclei results in formation of primary endosperm nucleus. We'll see after the fertilization event. So this is the development of female gametophyte, 1, 2, 4, and 8 nucleated stage of embryo sac and a matured embryo sac, right? So generally the question being asked, draw a well-labeled diagram of the mature embryo sac, or explain what do you understand by 8 nucleated or 7 cell stage, right? So there may be certain questions which comes in the board. One is a diagrammatic one, another is megasporogenesis. The direct question, explain the process of megasporogenesis. I think all of you should be in a position to answer this question. In our coming videos, we'll be talking about another important topic, transfer of pollen grains or pollination, and subsequently we talk about fertilization as well. Till then, read the topic carefully, visit it, and you can post your doubts. I'll be answering them. In case you need more clarity, I'll make another video based on your response. You can visit biologicaexcel.blogspot.com for notes and other related material. Take care, keep reading, keep improving.